Tag Leute, hey. Yo, welcome to the channel guys. Today I'm gonna give you 10 reasons why the Stark Varg EX is the best enduro model you can buy right now. Well, that's a little bit exaggerated, but at least for me, the bike fits perfect. So, look at the acceleration I get with the bike. And this is just like 35 horsepower or something. The insane amount of power and instant torque you have with this bike is amazing. It amazes me every time I ride. So for me there is absolutely no need for a clutch, and I ride trials, enduro and hard enduro with it. Now point 2 is one of the best, at least for me. It is that the bike makes so little noise compared to combustion engines that you can ride anywhere and anytime you like. This for me is one of the best things ever, because I am able to ride in the evening. I'm able to ride like short city trail rides. You can ride, you don't annoy neighbors or wild animals or whatever. The next point I want to talk about is the battery capacity, which has increased since the MX model, and at least for me that's more than enough right now. If you are interested in the capacity or battery tests, just check out my channel. Now, as I ride oftentimes in the woods, with my other bikes, there was always the gear or the brake lever which got stuck or even broke. And now with this bike, we're getting to point number 4. You have no levers to get you stuck. At least this is the point if you choose the handbrake, which I highly recommend. And it goes hand in hand with point number 5, the ability to put your feet where you need them. You don't have to control any levers with them, and therefore if you're cornering, if you're riding obstacles or something like this, you can always put your feet wherever you need them. You don't have to move them forward to brake or shift gears, and this is really something I wouldn't have believed to make such a big impact in riding. This is really great. Yeah, you can see I ripped my pants while riding, and
I can piss with my fucking pants on.
Okay, now let's get to point number 6. It is the always accessible back brake. As you have the brake on the handlebars, it is really handy, and I thought there would be more time to adapt, but it was really easy and went really fast, because I rode bicycle a lot and it's just so natural to have the brake at the handlebar. It feels really good, and you can use it while cornering or riding obstacles, and this is just nice. As you can see here, I lost traction because of the tire, and then I wouldn't be able to use the foot brake in this situation, but as of right now I can just use the handbrake and maneuver the bike upside down. That's really handy. Okay, now I'm coming to point number 7, which would be the top components on the bike, like the Kayaba suspension, Brembo brakes, and a lot of self-made parts on the bike, which is really good because the engineers at Stark are all or mostly riders themselves, and they know what they're doing, and it shows. Okay, so the next point is the cost of ownership, which is really little. If you think about it, the service you have to do comes pretty close to owning a bicycle. You can do the chain every once in a while, and if you're really serious about it, you can, or you have a lot of money to do the suspension every year or so, and that's really much about it. Well, the only thing that is a little bit negative about it is you have so much power, and if you're like bragging about it or trying to use it, you will smoke a lot of tires, but that's about it. You don't have to do a lot of oil changes. I bought like a very little oil can, 500 milliliters I think, and it will last for over 240 hours, so this will last the lifetime of the bike. And as for now, nothing serious really happened, so I'm driving around this bike for over 20 hours now, and I looped the chain once, and that's about it. for me, the bike is nearly perfect right now. And this brings me to point number 9, which is the company. I'm really a fan of. First point, you get like 2 years warranty, which is something other companies don't really do. The last point I want to make today is the good support of the company. For me, every time I contacted the support, it was a really good experience. For example, I've had the little CNC element on the bike. It had a little scratch when I got the bike, and they immediately sent me another one for spare. Now I have 2, and it wasn't really necessary, but they just did it, and it really shows the ambition of the support and the whole company. So thanks a lot for listening. If you think about buying a bike, message me first. You'll get a small discount. And yeah, leave a like, subscription, and a comment. See you on the Varg EX.